Welcome guys to yet another video. This is Mr. FXmosako. So basically I'll be doing a recap of the previous week's analysis that I did from the 11th until the 15th of January. So without wasting any time, let us get us started. So guys, firstly, before I start analyzing, I wrote some things down here, and one thing I can say is the market right now, there's a lot of things happening. So you know there are moves that were supposed to be very strong, but they are not, because there's a lot of things that are impacting the market. There's coronavirus happening, uncertainty of the coronavirus. you know Now there's also we'll be talking about what is this called, vaccinations that are happening. Also, vaccinations are good, but also the increases of coronavirus, and the closings of shops are affecting the market as well. So like, and also now with the new president in America coming in, there's good news. So the market is not really like accepting the long-term moves the way it should be, because there's so many elements in the market now that are affecting the structure. And also the moves you would expect on a normal, like, presidential time, and if there was no coronavirus or any issues in the world, it was going to be very evident that the dollar is going to be strong, and going to gain a lot. And that's what I was basically saying in the previous analysis video, which you can watch, is that we're expecting a strong dollar because of the new president. But then at the beginning of the week, it wasn't showcasing that. It wasn't showcasing a strong dollar. Only on Thursday and on Friday, that's when the dollar started showing strength. But only this week we'll be able to see how the market is reacting to everything, as this is the week where Joe Biden is going to be elected. So with that being said, guys, those are fundamental things that also are affecting our technicals all the time. So as much as we may have a technical bias, we shouldn't forget that there are fundamentals also that are part of the market that can affect it, like what's happening now. All right, like expected, when I was looking at GBPUSD, I was expecting um sorry about that, two-way. I think it was two ways that it could go. I was expecting two ways, right? So what I was expecting was, as you can see here, I'm just gonna take this away. In the previous week, you see I was looking at this reversal candlestick, this bearish candlestick. And since this is a reversal candlestick, I was thinking that it was going to have a change of direction. So I was looking at selling this, the GU. So obviously now you know that once you have established our bias from the week, we need to go to the daily, to the lower time frames, to really assess if the market structure is giving us what we would like to see. And as you guys can see here, it's in a channel right here, and it had broken through on the 11th, as you can see. After the breakthrough, what I expected was that it was possibly going to retest and come down to this level, this support level here, which was outside of the channel's minor structure inside here. Now let's get into the lower time frame. And if I was, very aware as well, sorry, let me just go back. If I was aware, I would have also seen that this is a correction. There's a correction forming from the basis of that this has been an uptrend. Up, down, up, then down, up, then down, then now it's up, and it's going down again. So I should have been aware of that element as well, as much as I was aware that it was in a channel as well. So it would have helped me be able to just get a better trade and a better perspective of the market. and my confluences. It's always good to have confluences that are, you know really really proper, and there's no mistakes at all, because it'll give you accurate entries. And as you can see here, I knew, like I said, I was waiting for a breakout here, right? I was expecting a breakout here, and a retest was going to happen. So what I was expecting was a breakthrough. Then after a breakthrough, it was going to retest either the structure here, this resistant area, this support area, or this strong line here, this red one here, which is the previous week's low. So if it had went to go through, it was going to retest the previous week's low area, support, and go down and hit this support level here. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But the only problem that I faced was it wasn't retesting at the area I had predicted. And you will see as we get to the lower time frame. And also, I wasn't on the previous video, you heard me say this is a lower low. No, guys, this is not a lower low, but also it's depending on which time frame you're looking at it from. So now, because I was looking at it from a lower time frame, I guess I was correct to say this was a lower low. But also, you could have said this is a higher low as well. It's a higher low. As you can see, there's it broke through. This was a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then that's when it started doing the higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then it changed again. So it depends on which um structure you're looking at it from, and you should always be aware of that, which I personally wasn't aware previously. I just said a lower low, which I am not wrong, but then you should be able to be aware of this little things, such as calling this a lower low, but on another time frame it could be a higher low. So the more accurate you are, the better. As you can see, it respected this area many times and broke through. And as I said, I was expecting a retest here. But here, if you can see properly, actually on the 1 hour, it's very hard to see it. Probably I'm going to the 15-minute, which was going to be a snapper entry. Um, Imagine if I had only left it at the 1 hour or the 4th hour, I wasn't going to be able to see this retest. And I said it was going to retest. As you can see, here it is, right here, and going to touch this level here. If I was in a higher time frame, I wasn't going to be able to see it, and for me, this is a proper retest. And the candles, candles tell you a story all the time, guys. The better the candles you see that can tell you the story, the better your outcome. And this would have been a snapper entry, probably would have been in it for just a couple of hours. And as you can see here, just before the American Open, I was going to be out of my trade as it hit the take profit there. This is a trade that I missed personally, because as I said, I didn't have data. So the opportunity, I missed it. Honestly, I truly missed that opportunity. Plus also, I think I wasn't also sure, as I thought this was like typically the middle of nowhere. But I should have just trusted myself, with the retest as and waited properly for it to come here and take it to the downside. So one thing that I learned here is that going to the lower time frames firstly will give you a proper view of the market. And like I said it's a retest, but on the 1 hour I wouldn't be able to have taken the trade, because what's happening here? Okay. I wouldn't have been able to take the trade the way I would have loved to. I would have loved to, because for me here, it is still like, because now I see this engulfing, I probably would have entered here and pulled my stop loss right here. But then for me, this, I don't feel comfortable with it. This wouldn't be the candlesticks I would use to enter the market. So I wouldn't have forced. But if I had to have waited for it to touch here and it touched here, this is a great reversal candlestick, which I would have taken advantage of and gotten into a long. Let's put your stop loss probably not just above the wicks, and would have made it run. This would probably been my first profit. But as you know, 3:1, so I would have probably taken profits long time ago. This would have been my T profit one, and I would have said, you know what, I'm gonna let it run until there, which would have been great, guys. Look at this, and that's exactly what happened. So this will just teach you guys, don't force sometimes. The right sign for you to enter the market is going to come. Like here, it came, and I would have taken advantage of it if I hadn't got in here. And if I had got in here and taken advantage of it here as well, it would have been great. But these are the times where we able to assess ourselves and really assess the way we truly would like to trade. And here there's multiple reversal candlesticks that would have alerted me to get in, but because of data, and I missed the opportunity, and I missed this one as well. But we'll be aware the next time we analyze GU again. Now let's go to EURUSD. I was expecting a buy. I was structured to continue. I wanted the structure to continue, but let's go look at it properly. As you can see from the weekly, I honestly was expecting it to continue. It was either two ways. It was going to continue going up, but also as you can see, there's a channel here, and because there's a reversal from the previous week, there was a reversal candlestick here, so that gave me the confidence that it could end up being a sell as well. So I knew that I should be aware of two options that could happen, because the sellers are in control. And as you can see, my bias was based on, look at the structure on the weekly. Like these are levels. These are levels. So this is like one of the most major resistant levels that I thought was gonna hit. But because always gotta have two options or more. The market is a 50-50 probability, so you gotta be aware. I was able to notice this channel here, and this channel was hit twice. As you on the higher time frame is twice, at the bottom it's twice as well. And I found it when it was breaking out, and I knew that if it had to break out this structure, I was going to take it until this support area here. And you can see this are the soldiers, the soldiers. I haven't forgot their names, but I did mention them, and I'm still trying to memorize them. The three candlestick soldiers that are typical, and I knew that it was in a strong sell. Then like this was confirmed to me as the week went by. Like the Monday after seeing this, I was kind of confident. Then once it broke through here, always after a breakthrough retest, then it will continue if it's not a false breakout. Now as you can see here, after the breakout, I said I was going to enter the market, and that's exactly what I did. I entered Euro USD and USDJPY. Those are the currencies that I entered, that I traded on the last week. And I won't lie to you, all my stop losses were hit, and it took me out of the market, which is very, very annoying. I won't lie to you. For some odd reason, it psychologically affected me. But anywho, it broke through here, and it was going to retest, and after the retest, that's I was going to take it. But now, as you can see, the problem is it broke through here, then came back and retested here. So instead of retesting immediately right here when it went out, it broke through, then it came back and retested. I'm not used to such retests, honestly. I will not lie to you, because I was thinking going to retest here, then just come back here and go down. So this is the first time I'm aware of such breakouts. Now let's go to a 4-hour time frame just to make sense of everything. But as you can look, guys, like the previous pair that we analyzed, look at the retest. You see, if I didn't go to the lower time frame, I wasn't going to be able to see this properly. But then after the retest, and after retesting, I wanted to break the lows. Then after the lows, if I don't enter right here when it's swinging, I'm going to enter here at the lows, and that's where I entered. But as you can see, I was in profits. Then once I saw it here, I was confident, thinking, okay, this is going to continue going down. Then I entered again, only for it to reverse, do a whole complete reverse. You would probably even say this is a cup. Let's see if we can draw it out. You'd say this is a cup. But now I don't know how to trade using the cup, so it's a disadvantage. But now that I see it, I'm going to learn it now, so that if I do see it again, I'll be able to know what to do. And look where the cup happened. It happened after a breakout. So now you should, when you should write this down, and the next time you study cup handle, okay, where is cup handle the most effective? Is it when it's retesting? Where in the market structure can I use it as confluence? So now that this has happened to me, now I'm going to write it down. I've written it down, and the next time I'm going to be aware while I'm studying it, and aware of where is the cup and handle most effective and I can use as a confluence. So it took me out of both trades to retest. So basically, I probably came into the market too early, and it retested, then it came down. Honestly, let me. I don't know if I took this trade right here that I showed you guys, because I did re-enter the market. Let me just check for you here. Give me a sec. What level is it that we got into here? 21992. 21992. No, no, we didn't take this, but I think this was a quick scalp. I think I was scalping here. It was a scalp. Let's see. It had to be a scalp, this one. Honestly, don't know why I took it, but I probably took it because I could see, man, that. And let me see what level it. Look, yeah, I looked at this level here, the low, because I can see it broke through here, and it was gonna break through here as well. So I was like, let me use my 3:1, and it was accepting it, man. It was okay. The confluence was saying it's okay. You're 3:1, and yeah, man, it went down. it went down, and eventually it went out of the trade. But I didn't take this trade, which I really hate myself for. But because I've psychologically it really hindered with me. So after losing those two trades, I was like I wasn't gonna trade anymore. Plus, also I was in an AUD trade, so I was in for that day. I was in. I lost enough for that day, So I wasn't gonna take this opportunity again. I was going to follow my risk management and let it be. So that's it for the Euro USD, guys. But I'm still I think USD is gonna be stronger. It's going to be strong as the weeks go by. USDCHF. This one I'm just gonna go through quick, as it doesn't say, as you can see, we're in a ranging area, support and resistance area, and US dollar, like I'm saying, I believe that it's going to become strong, man. I knew that I had to go to the current market, and I knew it was ranging, so it was either there were two things I was going to do: wait for the breakout and take it on the retest, or wait for it to hit this level here, respect it, and go back to the downside. So now I'm gonna go to the daily. And as you can see here, yeah, it is, and that's what I was waiting for. I wasn't gonna take another trade, as you can see here, I missed out on this reversal doji candle reversal stick. I left out. So the best time would have been right here to end taken, if not here. But as you can see, I missed it as well. So the best time for me to enter would have been either here or here at the top. Either it breaking out, coming to retest, going up, or respecting the area, or giving us a false breakout, giving us a reversal candlestick, and us taking it to the downside. Now let's go to the smaller time frame. And as you can see, this line got respected a couple of times, showing that it is a strong resistance. It got respected, and I could have taken it here as well. I could have taken a trade here to the downside till here, but by the time I wasn't in the market, I didn't have data. So now, because I didn't have data, I knew that I'll have to be more patient. It'll give me patience. So I knew that eventually, by the time I'll have data, I'll take this setup right here. So now that I missed this one here, it's okay, because I know that I'm going to get my setup here. I'm waiting for it to break out and come back here. But what could happen is it could hit here and go down. So this is a correction phase. What happened here is a correction. It hit here, then it's in a correction phase. As you can see, it's doing high highs, higher lows, high highs, higher lows, high highs, and higher lows. So it's in an uptrend. You see, it's in an uptrend. And now that I acknowledge that it's in an uptrend, I'm expecting it to continue after this phase here. It is this phase right here that it's been through, this right here. This is a correction phase. So knowing that, I was gonna take it on the continuation phase. So now, if it's like this, guys, on the lower time frame, just know the momentum from the daily is very high. So I'm going to wait for the for it to break through here, or give me a signal right here that okay, I'm respecting this level and I want to go back down. And like you see, like other pairs, guys, you go to the lower time frame, the structures are more valid to see. And as you can see in the money, it hit a couple times. Once, after here, once, twice. This is the third time. And you see, guys, this could be a false breakout. But then, because the higher time frame momentum is way better than the shorter time frame, it's just a minor one, and it could just go through out the resistant area. So I'd probably wait for it to get here, and that's when I think of selling. As you can see also here, there was a reversal candlestick. I would have waited probably until here, if not have had the confidence to enter here and take it to the downside. But yeah, this is it for USDCHF. For me, it was quite simple. There's nothing. It's like, for me, the market here is just clear. Here is just patience and waiting. USDJPY, I was looking at a buy. As you can see, it's within a triangle that's making it's been on a downtrend. Higher highs, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It's in a downtrend. We established that. Then within the channel of the downtrend is another channel, and in the channel, it has been at a good level that it has been respecting. And also, there's a doji from the previous week. It was the bullish, showing that they were in control. Then the week of this analysis recap that we're doing, as you can see now, it is showing a doji, but we were basing it on a bullish trend, my bias, and we were thinking this is going to continue to the upside because of a strong US dollar. So now as we get here, the market, sorry about that. I said that it would come and hit this level here. So the buzz, like I said, it was bullish and it was strong, and I wanted it to come hit here. Even better, to come hit this level right here. As you can see, it was only able to come to this level of 104,400 and retrace back and correct itself. So now let's go to the 4th hour and see where I could have taken opportunity. After this happened and it touched here, I could have taken an opportunity. I could have waited. I was supposed to take this opportunity here, this one here, which I did take, as you can see. But then when it got here, that's when the profit stopped and it retraced back, and this is what was taken out of my trades. By the time it took me out, I wasn't in the market, so I wasn't able to be able to see what's happening here and take my profits. Then it took me out, came back and touched here, this strong support level. And if I was in the market, I was going to be able to take this trade here, enter here, and take it to this resistance here. As now that I'm able to see that it is in a consolidating, or you could say ranging as well. This area right here of this support, this resistance and support. And now here, guys, as you can see, it's in a correction phase. For me, it's correcting, but something, because I'm so confident of a strong US dollar, I would love to see it going up and what is this, breaking through the structure, like I predicted, breaking through this, because this is a minor channel, don't forget, breaking through the structure and going to the upside, going to the upside. But when I look at the bigger time frame, it looks like it could be going to the downside. And also, a lot of the investors were buying safe haven, and you know that the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen are part of those currencies that they call the safe haven. So that's why there was so many sells. As there was a lot of uncertainty about the stimulus checks as well. Apparently, when I was talking to a friend, and also the coronavirus happening, so a lot of people were very speculative of the US dollar, so they were going to much safer currencies. And as you can see here, the effects of that, then it corrected, and it came down to test again. So with besides this opportunity and this opportunity here, I was really waiting on this opportunity, like thinking that if it does break out, it'll come and hit this level here. And you can see I could have taken this trade here. It would have been very perfect, and took me out here. But we do not worry. We do not worry. As you can see, this it's a minor consolidation, just a minor one here. And here there's reversal stick candlesticks. So just to be safe, just wait until here or there. This way, you can go forward with this USDJPY. But if I had known that the market, people are going into the safe haven, this I would have entered a different, instead of entering this way, I would have entered a long, a short right here, and put my stop loss here and rode it until here. Right here. Even better, for the super stop loss, I would have put it here for snapper entry. Because the more lower you go as the time frame, the better your stop loss can be, the lower it can be. And I could have taken it down here, would have been a perfect trade. So you see the importance, guys, of being in the market 24/7 when you are starting out. When you're starting out, it is very, very important. So now let's go to AUDUSD, the final one. Here, also because it's in a downtrend, a long-term downtrend. I was looking at it coming to hit this level here, right here, because it's been going up recently. So as you can see, this was the last strong resistant level, and I was aiming for it to go there. Let me just make it visible. Let me show price. But like I say, guys, it should be whole numbers, like as you can see here on the side, whole numbers. That's what the institution and bankers aim for. But as we analyze, we correct ourselves all the time. We're always correcting ourselves. As I was expecting a strong dollar, So my bias was based on a strong dollar. As you can see here, there's an area of support, which a lot of them even, but let's go to the lower time frame so you can see properly. And I could see there were a lot of red candlesticks that were in control of the market, because you know what I do all the time, guys. This is the high of that previous week before the trading week, and this was the low. So I was able to see that it failed to go above this, and this was a reversal candlestick, and it's coming down. So then it went down, as you can see, guys. It was going down. So now this just confirmed to me, now when we're entering the trading week, that okay, here this support here, as you can see, it was even based on this here, that it has touched here, and I can see it has been respecting it a couple of times. So what could happen is it could respect this area and go down, but because I'm looking at this long wicks, and I'm thinking, okay, it will certainly come and hit here, and that's when it's probably going to go back to the upside, because also the low of that week is still here. So maybe it was going to come equal the low, then after equaling the low, start going to the upside. But it started doing what I predicted very early on this support structure, a false breakout. Then, it went back, came back to retest, and shot up to the upside, which I would lie to you, you just not, your analysis not being right. It's always, not a pleasant feeling, but I'm happy that I was able to predict something like this. It's just that it wasn't accurate. And I probably could have been aware of this head and shoulder formation that was happening right here. As you can see, this are the shoulders, and this is the head. If I was able to be in the market enough, I was going to be able to see that and wait for this retest and buy here and take it to the upside. And this would have been a good trade. Good trade. Then maybe like say because I see I use 3 to 1, so I'd run it up until 3 to 1. Then depending on how I adjust my stop loss, put it below, far away from the wicks a bit. Then I'll go down, look for my 3s to 1. As you can see, I would have been out of the trade, would have hidden my take profit, and I would have been a happy chap. But we learn now that I see the head and shoulders, I should be more aware as time goes. So now I'm going to write it down. Say, head and shoulders. When I see the left structure happening, then this candlestick coming along, then this one as well comes along. I should start being aware that this is a possibility of what do you call it, a head and shoulders. Then it comes back to retest, and after coming back to retest, it shot up. So now I should be aware of this. I should write it down on my book, which I did, and the next time I see something like this, I'll know how to react to it. And also, looking at the candlesticks, it will remind me, oh, I remember, after seeing this shooting star, there was a long bullish candle, then the second one, then I saw a bit of retracement until that level that it broke through. That it broke through, but it was a false breakout, then came back to retest before going up. Then I would get in here and do the same thing, as in just repetition. Then that's how your account grows. And when your account grows, it becomes it's compound. So your 3% won't always be the same, your 1% won't always be the same. So they're always growing. So you're just going to repeat the same process, the same process, but always fixing. You're always going to do a lot of fixing, because to a certain extent, this market as well, man, as much as your trading plan and you follow it, you're going to have to tune into what the market also is telling you at that time and point. And the market might not tell you the same thing in the same way, so you should be able to adjust a little bit, not too much, because if you adjust too much, you're breaking your blueprint, and you might destroy your trading strategy, which is working. So it's always like minor things you need to be fixing at all times. And also, one of the biggest things is tips is that we always be aware of fundamentals, guys. What's happening in the world at all times, geopolitics, viruses, or is there wars? There's a lot of things fundamentally that can affect your trade. And in the times of uncertainty, people invest in safe haven currencies like the Japanese yen, the CHF, and I'm not sure between the AUD and NZD, one of the two. That's where people go to avoid GBP and USD, as it's not nice trading a volatile, you know, a volatile pair when it's not, respecting the structures and, flowing how it should be flowing, but it's flowing of what do you call this, fundamentals, and just things that are viruses, geopolitics, things that are just have a lot of things that are happening in the world. So it makes the market very choppy and not have a certain direction, specific direction. Um, I was also just ending with AUDUSD, and I was able to end up a quick scalps, as you can see also here. But I was just trying out. I was just playing around, trying to see, um, is how good I am with this, and I'm still training. I'm still training scalping. I'm just training because I saw the opportunity. So, I was like, it just touched here. It's on this level here, and it has come back. Let me just do it for you. It's on this level here, this minor level here. It came back, retested, and went to the downside. Plus what made me even more confident was this minor channel here. And then I was able to get in, but this isn't part of my trading plan. This is just something that I'm trying. But with practicality, guys, with practicality, you'll never go wrong in the forex market, and it's just about me repeating it and repeating it until I find my niche. So I thank you for watching this week's recap video. I appreciate you taking your time and watching this. I hope that you were able to learn a couple of things, valuable things from me, and how I'm able to assess myself and correct myself, and what the type of notes that I write down to make sure I do not repeat the same mistakes. So please, if you have found this what is this called, the information helpful, please do subscribe. Press the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification button to get more videos like this. I hope you guys are ready for the trading week to come, and I'll see you guys on the next video.